Okay, so for the first time, we're going to do a live on YouTube because I can't figure out yet how to do the Facebook Live and transfer it from Facebook to YouTube. And I did say I was going to put content on. So this is my content today. I'm wearing my red and black. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kenya Koviak, and this is my channel. I talk about something called animal teachings and nature teachings. And these are lessons that I learned from observing the natural world around me. I do a series on Facebook, but it was hacked and destroyed. So now I'm on Facebook. I'm off Facebook with that old profile. I have a new profile, and now I'm on YouTube. So today we're going to break form and not do the normal animal story that I usually do. I'm going to do a nature story, but not a story. Today I'm going to do and I want to call this human the map. What's a map board human? Okay. What happens when we make plans, never follow through on them? What happens when we have all these intentions of what we want to get accomplished and we never do? Do those plans disappear? Do they hang in space? Are they always on the edge of manifesting with some sort of perpetual kinetic waiting energy? What happens? Well, let's talk about an experience I had in observing someone in the mountains. I used to live on a very obscure mountain in the Rockies, and I worked on a ski resort. The name of the resort was Copper Mountain. So at Copper Mountain Resort, and no, I'm not going to sing the song. For those of you who are from, I met a lady, and she was very sweet. I'm not going to name her. This is not a naming and shaming thing. But she was very sweet. We had encounters before. I was a housekeeper, and so was she. Well, one evening I had been walking up the side of a mountain for about 6 miles from Frisco, Colorado. A long story. But these 6 miles, we were absolutely exhausted, my then fiance and I, and we wound up at the resort. So we wound up, why not? It's another 25 miles up the road to get to where we were going to rest. She saw us and took pity on us and decided that what she could do as a good place to sleep and some warm clothes and something to eat, because it was very cold. I don't know if you've been in the mountains at night. Doesn't matter what time of year it is, it's going to be cold at certain elevations. And we were up there. We were about, we have to be at least a mile above Denver, if not more. So we go in there, and everything's beautiful. She has a lovely home. It simply has this one wall that's dedicated with a giant map. This map is of the world. This was not a cheap map. It was an expensive map of the world. And it had the real map, not the map that we all use where Africa is roughly the size of North America. It actually had actual proper proportions. And on this map, she had push pins. All these lovely little push pins. So they were of certain colors. And of course, me being myself, I said, well, what are these push pins for? Oh, these are all the places for my traveling. I said, oh, that's wonderful. So you've been all these places? Oh, I just have been in 2 over here, other than here. And I said, okay, so then what are the other push pins? These are places I plan to go. I said, well, good. That's good to have a goal. How long have you been at this push pin? For about 10 years. Okay, so, you traveled to the other 2 places while you were here. No, I kind of got here, and I just haven't been able to move anywhere else. I was getting things from the company store, and I really owe them, and I just kind of got way behind. So I don't know when I'll be able to leave, but I do know that one day I will. One day. I have a 5-year plan that one day I'll leave here. And then I'll get to see all the places on my map I may have ever heard. She had mortgaged her life to the company And so many of us do that in one way or another. And had been stuck for 10 years in that one place. This woman had dreams to travel around the world and even just around the country, and was stuck up until that point for 10 years and anticipated another 5 years before she would be able to take the plunge and even visit just another state. That's nothing to you, but to me it was life-altering. At that moment, I knew that I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want my life to be a map full of pushpins that I never actually visited. A life that I realistically had given up on ever fulfilling, but then gave lip service to. Nation of humans. Listen, these are things that we do. Hands off. We put off things that we want to accomplish because of random senses of obligation or, not so wise choices. It was incredibly draining. Even today, I think back and I wonder, has she ever left that employee housing? So let's talk about map human energy. And like esoteric, cultural, religious, or magical correspondences. But this, I don't think that there's anyone else who's talking about map humans, so I didn't put that. But I'll just put that just in case. It's my disclaimer. My teachings are based on the observations of the things I see in my life, and human nature is part of nature, so it falls under nature teachings. So I have to look at it and I have to say to myself, where is this energy coming from? This map human, only thing I can think of, that we've become so used to working for the approval of others and the obligations that we hold to others, them being before us as a virtue, that we forget how to put ourselves first and how to take those chances and those risks and happen for ourselves despite what we fear, despite what we think other people will think. She could have paid the store back and just left. She could have worked out a payment plan. She could have just left and sent them payments. But she was so invested in not just running off that it was incomprehensible to her to live her own journey beyond the walls of her apartment to the company store where she had mortgaged her life. There's a lot of people with map energy around you. And there's people who put energy on you to make you have map energy. They weigh you down with all probably aren't your own. My advice to you is to watch out for that. Don't live your life full of pushpins that you've never visited. Let go of that map energy. Have a blessed day.